All right, we got deep water today, people. The 144,000 and explaining the time crunch that we're in, so you understand the overlays of the days that we're in as the birth of the man-child is here, and as the others go into lockdown and bondage and those types of things. So, 1881. Plus 144 equals 2025, and this is the year of dawn. The Lord has the second coming, and 1881 to 1889 is a span of time that brought in a new America, and that dawn of time, that dawn of America, that person of the year, he's right there before us. And he has his kings that he's going to put forth, and this is a dark light, and basically this dark light is for a time of transformation, and you got to change out this old light and put in a new light for the new projection, and all these little things that go on in our world. They explain the invisible as far as how the spirits work, and then that's a whole nother story. But so video games, the console, the C on soul, your feet are part of a soul, and that was part of an old system. And this is where we see the first one coming out as that Magnavox with a ox, and it's coming in to give them a rest. So the as God goes into a rest, the Lord God comes in and takes dominion of the Eden, and Eden is where there's hell on earth per se for the first time, because everything was free and good, and then you get something bad there, and then the knowledge of the tree of the knowledge of the good and evil there, and you can't touch it, so you got rules and structures and stuff that wasn't there before. You have the left brain, the right brain, the masculine, the feminine, with the Adam and the Eve. And for those who don't know, Genesis 5 says Adam is both male and female. So it's just a word for man. And just like in science, man is for man and woman. So this is where they take these terms, and over time in our world, they're lifting up the law in a way. And this is where man has to be this or whatever, right? When who gives a shit? You got the milkers and you're a woman, all right? Because you can do a hack job. They see the Christians, so-called, or the Jews, or whatever, hacking away the first day they're born or whatever, okay? Up to 8 days, 8, right? Because it's taking your crown there for the old infinity. And that's your other head you think with or whatever, supposedly. So they're taking the crown off to where that's all you think about is just poking something or whatever, right? It supposedly makes it more sensitive versus the ones that aren't circumcised. So this is where they do this, but then they feed you this, that, and the other, and then they get you off the tit and whatever else. So you're just like craving the boob from day one. All right. No, you can't look at it. You got to put a little black tape over it when a nipple's a nipple. But you're getting lifted up in the hardness of your own hearts, because you've been shown this little picture perfect projection through the motion picture Image Given Life, Ozzie and Harriet and shit, total communist Nazi whatever kind of thing going on, American Nazism that people are wanting to run back to. That's one Make America Great Again, I guess. All right, if you want to live like this. Can't do it. Oh, well, how was your day? Oh, my day was just fine. Can't have any type of emotion. Oh, well, he's just filled with the devil. That's why he's always so mad. Stupid shit like that, dude. Those are just like words. It's a spiritual book to talk about you. Every single one of those characters is about you. And your internal conflict. And Jesus is seeking truth. And he brings grace. And Moses brings the law. Moses is a man. And it tells you man is God, but they want to tell you God's over here in some heaven, wherever, and Jesus on his right throne. He's nowhere near you. You got to pray to him. I guess he didn't hear me. I didn't pray loud enough. I didn't get down to the ground close enough. We've been there, dude. But we don't got to go there again. And even the spirit has a right and wrong, but this is where the carnal is controlling the spirit, and things are getting lifted up out of whack, and it's happened over time, and whatever else is going on. But there's all kinds of different spider webs to get in to bring this all into to the spider's grasp. But either way, so the Magnavox, Alright, the Magnavox Odyssey came out in 72, 73. It didn't have sound or keep score. It relied on players to do calculations and their imaginations and stuff. So this is kind of tying into what's been going on as far as when the Millennium opened. But it's been going in a time where in 2020, I've told you about the dreams and visions I've had, and it's just been like a spiritual like feeding since then. The 72 connects us to the 77 for the King's Spirit death at 42, and then you're tying into the 42 months that we've been in, and they're in another 42 months, and then the 40 days and 40 nights for the Noah's Ark and all those things we're kind of going into, as we were already in the 4D days, or now you're in the 4D nights, and the nights are coming on the chessboard. So the Atari 75 with the Pong, all right, this is that pawn for the chessboards, and the extras going there. The 75 can be a 57 tie-in on the back side, but front side, looking at these things, how the Magnavox came out, and then Trump was 75 at some point, and then Israel's is 75 last year, at 76 now, going to be 77 on the 14th or whatever. Either way, so this is part of the spirit of 76 and 77 for the American Revolution, American Revelation, war to kind of, it's all like going in that focal point that we've kind of covered in all these other videos. But so that fair child, the child is for that man-child birth, and we've seen Elon at the right hand within the ovulation office, and then as these people are coming up and setting fires and crashing the Teslas and those types of things. So that's just one of the clues. So then you have the, also it came with the Intel microprocessor 8080, and this is the 88 with 2 crowns and such. So the Atari 2600 and 77, that 77 connects you to Trump at 77, Israel at 77, and then Biden was at 77 back when MAGA was hot, building or whatever. And then you see the 77 now, or what numbers am I on? 77 with Israel coming up, and then the 26 is 2026, and then 26 on the 9/11. And then that has 2 crowns on it too, so that's connecting to that 88 or 8080. That's a tongue twister, people. The double crowns connection there. Coal Coleco, Telstar, I guess the girls are getting into it. Came into the 76 to 78, all right, and then the ColeVision, or what? Cole, oh my goodness, Coleco, Telstar, 76 to 78, all right. So the 76 to 78 is going to Israel for the Israel and stuff for 76, 78 right there, okay? Then that's tying into the Intel Vision 79, Trump 79, he's 78 now, so the 78 on the Coleco Telstar Vision 78 Trump now to Israel 78. We can see those 2-year parallels or whatever. And then the 82 connects to the 128P still that Trump did in 2020. And then the say NES, that switch or the SIN on the back side, but saved the gaming industry. Atari 78, the 78 came out in 1986. That's a flip on the 89. All right. So Biden's going to be 86 coming in like 4 years, or after this year, he's going to turn 82, but he'll be 86 then. That's going to connect the point. And then the 89 that Elvis just was, and it's going to connect to Bruce Lee 89. When he gets to that point, he's going to be 85 this year if he was alive. Those types of things to bring in these king spirits that have come, and we're bringing in a new time or whatever. So that's where that born again or whatever, these people are being born again as things are getting collapsed and the sands of time are getting faster and faster and faster. Okay. So at a certain point in time, when you know certain points of information, you can start seeing maybe who you were or who you are or whatever in the past, and know your destiny and those types of things. So, and Jesus even talks about these things as well. So the 89, 78, these types of things, the Sega Genesis, all right? And keep in mind, all these things came out after the Generation X, during the millennials being born, the Genesis came out, okay? And then you have the millennium birth on the year 2000 and such. So I got to end it here because of time.